I think I kind of finally cracked the code of why all these racial groups, Hispanics, Asians, whites, Arabs, I think I seriously figured out why this is the case. Because like I said, you don't look at a group of people who did absolutely nothing to you throughout history, historically, economically, militarily. You don't look at a group of people who did nothing to you and be like, I hate that group of people. But you have no smoke for the white people that did something to you. They took your land, they raped your women, they did all these things, right? But you have no smoke for them, but you have smoke for a group of people who did nothing to you. So I think, like, and then let me preface this. That's like me being like, I'm working in Africa on the equator, on the hottest spot in Africa on the equator. And every day I work outside, I get attacked by lions, I fight the lions off, I go home, and then I do the process all over again. After a while, for out of the blue, I start talking about how I don't like penguins. I don't like how they waddle. I don't like how they white and black. They put their kids up under them to warm them up or whatever. I don't like these penguins. That would look crazy when I'm getting attacked by lions. I'm not even getting attacked by tigers. Like, at least both lions and tigers are theoretically cats. One got stripes, the other got a mane, but tigers are in India and Asia, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even talking about other cats. I'm talking about penguins, something on the polar opposite, literally on the poles. Polar opposite of where I'm at and getting attacked by an animal that's totally different from a penguin. But I think I know why this is. Man's ego is always tied to the dick. Because if you listen to these dudes, their main concern is like even with us, like, it's always like they ask, these white dudes will ask their like girlfriend, have you ever had sex with a black guy? Like, why is that? You are with her now. Why is that your concern? Because you think that if she has sex with a black dude, you don't measure up to her. Like, you don't measure up to the black dude that done fucked her. So that means that the black dick is the center of this whole thing. Because you're looking at it as jealousy. Because all these other groups of people are always concerned about that. And everybody knows that the black dick is bigger than everybody on planet Earth. So that is your concern. And it's your, since the black man has the bigger dick and you're not black, it's like an ego thing. That's why you got these, like, all these groups of people. Like, I'm not trying to, like, you know, I'm like rich people, right? Like, rich people, they get like these big yachts, or like, you know, they had like Bugattis, and they got the like cheetah in like in the passenger side. It's kind of like you're overcompensating for what you don't have. Because it's like, you could have all that, but a black dude could still steal your girlfriend, though, or your wife. And it's like, you don't like that shit. So you have to overcompensate, like, look how rich I am. Then it's kind of like, then it's the other argument is like, well, I don't want my daughters to date a black guy. Because you know, if your daughters date a black dude, the dick is going to be involved in that somewhere. And the black dude is going to dick down your daughter. So it's like you're trying to protect your daughter from the dick. Because you rarely hear anybody saying that I don't want my sons to date a black woman. You rarely ever hear that. It's always the daughter, the woman, and the dick. It's always that. And all these other things are like the black man and the black dick is the vertical problem. That's the main issue, the vertical issue of the whole thing. Horizontal issues is like, I don't want the black people in my neighborhood and all that bullshit. But in the same vein, it always circles around to the black dick though. Because if the black man is in your neighborhood, then your white wife or your Asian or Hispanic wife might be looking a little too hard. Or while you at work, he's gonna dick you down, like dick your wife down. Or like if he got sons or whatever, or your daughter's of age, he could dick the daughter down. It's always that. So it's like, well, I don't want a black dude in my neighborhood because my property value is gonna go down, or like the crime. It's like, yeah, that's a horizontal issue, but again, it always goes back to the vertical issue, which is the main issue, that you don't want a black dude to, like, you don't, because the black man is like representing the dick, like, because they know, again, it goes back to the ego. This black man has a bigger dick than me. He could come like down and you know, rape my wife or rape my daughter, or I don't want my wife or daughter looking. So it's like I'm trying to separate the two. That's why, one of the reasons why, like back in the 50s and even beyond, was like, you know, especially like the 50s, like we don't want blacks and whites dancing with each other, because dancing and even swimming is kind of correlated with sex to a certain degree. So it's like we're trying to, because, you know, you wet, and when you swimming, you damn near naked, you know, dancing, you moving your hips, and it's like a rhythm to it. And you know how they say that, you know, white people don't have any rhythm, black people have rhythm, other people try to emulate that. So it all goes back to sex and the black man's dick. That's how it goes down. And then it just, like I said, that was the core center of it. And then it just morphed into all these other reasons. Now, if somebody out there is listening to this video, maybe you could debunk it. Maybe you could agree. I don't know. But my theory is that is the core issue of why y'all motherfuckers don't like a group of people this much for absolutely no reason. Because you could sit up there and be like, oh, it was because of the sun and all this other bullshit. Like, we don't want to be dark in the sun. Okay, but that's you, though. Like, that's the sun baking you. But that has nothing to do with us, though. Because we're naturally brown. So it has to be something else. Like, that's just an excuse that you're telling yourself. It has to be, like I said, my theory is the reason why y'all hate us so much, because it's mostly men that's influencing the women into hating a group of people who did nothing to you. Like, mass influences is saying this shit. Because, like I said, man's ego is tied to the dick. Why y'all motherfuckers keep asking your chick, have you ever had sex with a black dude? That should be no concern. Because we don't say that. We don't get women and be like, have you ever had sex with a white guy? Or have you ever had sex with somebody else? Like, we got you now. Like, we ain't concerned about that. But it's like, you're concerned. And then it's just so, like I was saying before I made this video, it's real odd that you have all these groups of people. Like, you don't see the Arabs saying we hate the Asians. The Asians saying we hate Hispanics. The Hispanics are saying like we hate the white man. All these groups, Arabs, Asians, Hispanics, whites, everybody, all hates black people when we did nothing to you. It's just all focused on us. It's like the hate is not even distributed to different groups of people. It's all these groups just all hating us. Like, you got the Arabs. Like, we ain't taking your oil. The Asians, we ain't bombing nobody. We ain't do nothing. The British is the one that was fucking over with the Chinese. That's not us. We didn't do anything to anybody. But yet all these groups of people, all in unison, and they from all different regions. Like the Hispanics in Mexico, you know, Latin America, they will have the same talking points and the same arguments about us like the Asians do. And y'all motherfuckers are a whole ocean apart. Why? What's up with that? And then it's like the white man told them to hate us. Okay, but these people claim they got high IQs. Wouldn't you think they would be like, I'm not going to listen to that. After I see 2 mushroom clouds in my city. Black people ain't do that. So even whatever the white man is saying, I'm not listening to that because you just Nagasaki and Hiroshima. That was the white man did that. The white man is snatching up your oil. So it's like, yeah, like I hear what you're saying about black people. Like, I don't believe that, but it's you that's the one doing this shit to me. See, that is my point, bro. I honestly think that is the reason why y'all motherfuckers hate a group of people who did nothing. That has to be the only explanation. Now, when it comes to like black women, it's just because it's tied to black men. Cause you're saying like that whole thing about Asia, like all that bone structure is so muscular, they could pin me down and I can't take it. Like, black people are just watching anime. They like your shit that you make, and then now you bringing us into like we just some dudes, just some monsters that's just gonna, like, we Godzilla. Like, we just gonna terrorize your shit. Like, where's this coming from, bro? Like, but at least in that case, it's like this weird admiration and fear at the same time. But like that Ashley Gonzalez bitch, she was on something else. She was just talking about harming, like, us as a police officer. See, the Asians, at least they was, like I said, it was kind of like this fear, but admiration. Like, you know, it's like it's just weird. It's just, like I said, the shit is crazy. So that, like I said, that's, in my honest opinion, I just feel like, I just kind of feel like that has to be the only reason. Like I said, if somebody got something else, I mean, just come to the front and let us know. But that honestly has to be it. Because they all have the same talking points. They all have the same thing about one group of people, which is strange. I was going to say something else, but I forgot what it was. But like I said, it's just every group got the same thing. And it's not even valid. Like I said, we like for the Asians, like, we like your animes. We're not doing nothing. I mean, it's just a whole thing with us. Like, we like your shit, but then you come at us like we just some monsters and shit. Like, we just gonna destroy your whole country. Like, where's this coming from? You know, so I even heard some people be like, oh, that was, you know, you can't trust Twitter. There could be bots. There could be some dude in Istanbul that's trying to be Japanese. It's like, yeah, that could be true. But at the same time, it's still out there, though. You're still putting that out into the ether. And you still got people talking about this shit. I just think we all 50 Cent at this point. Like, why do you say fuck me for? Like, that's how black people are looking. Like, okay, even with the Asian thing, right? Then after that, then it was the Ashley Gonzalez thing. Like, damn, can we get a break in this bitch? Like, and again, it's just us. Like I said, dude, I seriously, I on some real shit. Because look at the dude, the Japanese guy in the Twitter thing. He was like, that he could pin me down and it'll just be over in minutes. I can't stand it. Like, it's just like, dude, like, why are you thinking about getting pinned down? Like, he could have been like I could have got punched But it's like the pinning down thing is kind of like it kind of low key was sexual. Like that was kind of low key sexual, dude. Like, why are you thinking about that? When it comes to pinning you down, like why is that a thing? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that? Like I said, this is psychological. And somebody, like I said, take this video, study this shit. I want people to study why this is the case. I just want somebody to study this shit. Like, there has to be some type of thing of why all these groups of people from all these different regions throughout time and history has this problem with us when we did nothing to them. So that's all I gotta say. Until I figure out what I was gonna say, I'll just make a part 2, if I already said it, I don't know. But yeah, it had this phenomenon has to be studied.